Next topic.
The baby?
Nah, next topic. We got to talk about the Verzuz.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let you do your thing on this because that was some real New York shit. I like, bro. Whenever you can feel the testosterone coming off the TV screen and you can smell the Timberlands walking in the snow.
All right, relax. All right, let me stop that, man. That's funny as hell. Dog. That's funny as hell. That's probably your best Timberland joke I ever heard. That's the best Timberland joke. He said you can smell it through the snow.
You can smell the Tims walking through the snow, bro.
It's crazy because Kiss had Tims on last night.
Yeah, that nigga had the Tims with the shorts combo.
Yeah. Hey,
that's some New York
why
shit.
Why you playing in the summertime? That's how they walk around in the summertime, bro.
I
never
bro.
did. I couldn't really afford Timberlands like that. I had one pair, but I had two pair. But regardless of the fact,
Tim's hard too. I ain't gonna say I wear them bitches.
Definitely. I'm taking those polos any day.
Polo boots ugly. I'm gonna let you take the flow though because this is your shit right
so
here.
What? Dipset versus D Block.
Can I say one thing before you give your take? And then I'm gonna let you have the floor completely. I was shocked that a lot of people didn't know these songs because this wasn't just a New York event. This was two industry groups that I thought people knew. And in the South, for some reason, y'all niggas did not know these songs. Last thing for real I gotta say is Dipset was just a little cute little group. That's all they were. That's why the Lox won, because it was some hip hop shit. But go ahead.
So I'm gonna pick up what you said. Dipset being a cute group, like I do feel like, I always felt like that. I feel like Dipset is one of the main reasons why, not disrespect to no gang, but why Bloods are looked at how they looked at because they was repping the Bloods, but it was more of a fashion statement than anything, than gang banging actually, in my opinion, from people I knew, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
So I never took a lot of people that were Blood as serious. Not all of them, of course. But when it comes to this Verzuz, though, like, with how I had it set up as far as, like, performing and stuff like that, if I would have known that, I would have definitely always picked D Block from the get-go because I felt like this. Everybody from Dipset is a horrible performer. All of them are horrible performers. Cam voice is horrible live. It's horrible. Like, live is horrible. Like, he don't even sound like the same person live. I feel like they could have kept it competitive, but they played songs that I felt like they shouldn't even played. They didn't bring all of Dipset on. Like, and Dipset is not just Cameron, Jewels, and Jim Jones. That's also messed them up. Because my favorite Diplomat is J.R. Ryder. So like, you got people that's not, those three aren't even people's favorite out the group sometimes. It's people that really like Hell Rail, like 40 Cal. Believe it or not, no, I ain't saying they should or shouldn't, but they do. So I think as a collective, you already lost half the damn group anyway by just bringing on the people that you feel like are in the forefront that got hits rather. Versus what it is about hits, but it's about more than hits sometimes if you're performing. We already seen that. You got to perform.
Stage presence.
So I never really watched Kiss perform like that. But I've seen them go on radio. I've seen them freestyle. The D Block freestyles back in the day. Kiss Always Shine. People forget Jay Hood is a part of the Lox, but he wasn't around. But that just showed that they even need him. So like, you know, I feel like when you think about D Block or Kissing them, like they really are through like three different eras of hip hop right now. They in the main era that we all love, which is 90s. And they thrived in that, but they were young. Then you got the 50, you know, the Jay, the Kanye. They thrived in that era too. Being older heads, we looked at them as old, but they was kind of the same age and they just came out younger than everybody. Mm-hmm. And then now, you know, Lean with Rock with all that. And Kiss, he just always got better and better. Kind of like Fab as well, always getting better and better. I feel like on paper, if I write these songs down on paper, I feel like I can make it to where Diplomat would have won or could have won.
I agree. That's who I had winning.
But I just felt like you couldn't. Reason why I didn't take Jada out because I seen the Jadakiss and Fab, and I felt Kiss beat Fab, and I feel like it's hard to beat Fab in verses because he got verses that he could play just or features alone.
He got some hits.
So for him to beat Fab, I already knew he had some mind. He even played all of that just goes to show you Jadakiss catalog. He even played the stuff from Fab. He played different stuff for this. Yeah. So Kiss catalog go back. And then when you think about verses, it's about a song that you're a part of, not just your songs. It's not like just your solo songs. It's songs you're a part of. You know what I'm saying? So even playing them X or them Rough Rider songs or the All About the Benjamins, I think Cam said something about it, and I'm like, and I think Diddy even said, "Yo, Jadakiss wrote my verse." So even if you saying this Diddy song, it's like, well, Kiss wrote the damn song anyway. Yeah. You know. It's so much in there, but I feel like
Cam was tripping with that shit, talking about some man, that's Diddy shit. Nigga, I wrote that shit.
So the long story short, Lox won. I gave Dipset one round, maybe two, but Lox won every single round. Even when song I didn't know.
You gave them niggas 1 or 2 rounds out of 30?
Out of all.
Because them niggas up there by 30.
When they extended time, it's like Lox shit got better because they didn't play all the hits. Yeah. So I'm like, and then I think Joel said something about they couldn't make ladies for the records, right? Like records for ladies. And the Lox next set was fucking crazy. They had because you didn't think about
Mary J, Mariah,
J Lo, Mariah Carey, and then that Sheek Luke song that people do like, the only pretty much song they do like from Sheek. And they were trying to like diss Styles P and Sheek Luch. When you look at Dipset, Styles P and Sheek them made their own way, like on their own. Like it's Joel's.
It's one song though around that time that you saying right there that I felt like got really overlooked. Summer in Miami. I fucking love that song, bro.
I love it,
but people was like killing that shit. Like, what the fuck is this? A new song?
It's not a song you play at Verzuz though. It's not because you need Trey Songz to be there for that song. Like I like it because of the hook. I always like Trey Songz. So when I first heard that song, I liked that. I never liked Jim Jones ever until Ballin', came out, and then I felt like I went to the older stuff. But
you ain't like Certified Gangster?
I didn't like Game.
Oh,
I was a G-Unit fan. So and I was never a Dipset fan. Like mind you, living in New York, I never was a Dipset fan. I ain't go to appreciate Dipset until I came to hang. I had that Lean to Rock with the stuff. Mm-hmm. So I had no choice to go back to listen to the songs.
Y'all had that Lean with the Rock with the stuff.
Well, you from Germany, so never mind. But, so that's my take. But I did feel like Jadakiss single-handedly beat Diplomats. And it wasn't even close. And his stage presence is crazy. But nonetheless, I think the main thing was, and all artists, I want people to do this, Jadakiss is right. Like, this is hip-hop, bro. Like, bring the beat and no vocals behind it. Why are you rapping over the song? Now, because it made the performance seem shaky sometimes because you don't know. You can tell they're not even in sync. The D Block is in sync. When Styles and Kiss was going back to back and rapping when they back to each other, they knew when to branch off too. Like Dipset didn't even know who gonna say what. So sometimes none of them said nothing. And like the crowd didn't say it either. So it seemed dead. You know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed dead to me. Like Dipset did seem dead. And I wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect D Block to come out like how they came out. Pause. But that was wild. Kiss really, I don't know, like Kiss, just that alone might have to move Kiss up 3 spots. You gotta give Kiss his flowers, bro.
Oh yeah, I see why he was the guy pushing that top 5 Dead or Alive because he went up a lot of places on my list last night.
Well, he opened top 5 for me, but rapping wise, because I think Kiss, if you listen to Kiss album, like, he'll walk you through the streets without making you go do something. Like his lyrics is just like, is that real?
But how did you feel about the on-stage antics, all the tough guy shit, the throwing the bandana on the ground, the pushing, the shoving, the talking shit about Joel's teeth?
The bag they was getting must have been very, very, very lovely. I'm talking about Dipset because the Lox didn't get pushed around.
Yeah.
That one thing, I'm a big 50 fan. One thing I say about the Lox, their record is, they have no blemishes on them. Nobody ever tried them. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever pushed them, punched them, none of that stuff. No respect to Dipset, but they all been punched or tried or robbed in some way, some form of fashion. So you got to give Lox credit on that standpoint. I think that what I saw the most, obviously, so I posted it. The guy for me, because I watched it today, was Kiss taking off Joel Santana bandana and like throwing it down.
I jumped when he did that shit because I thought it was over.
Mind you, if it was a red flag, that'd be different. A game flag, but it was a black flag, so cool. However, you could tell that people didn't like it because the stage started getting more crowded.
They kicked everybody off stage after that.
But it was the entourage just coming on because it was so many antics going on. You could see people just coming on. Jim Jones didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't like the antics. But Lox, I mean, this is how I feel. You watch me play ball before, and you see how I talk.
Yeah,
I think people from New York, you just naturally aggressive, bro. Like it's not even to say like F you or like I might say fuck you, but I don't mean fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it because I'm up. I'm bragging. That's, you know, and when you winning, you gonna brag. You play ball with me. Like when I play ball, I'm talking shit. If I'm up winning, I'm gonna talk shit the whole game. And I feel like Kiss, he was doing what he did because he was winning. He knew he can feel they were winning. So the more they won, the more shit he started talking. But the very beginning about the teeth thing, that's a real line in D Block. Joel still had teeth at the time. It just happened to fit the fucking script at the time. That's the song. That's an old song.
Yeah.
So when he pointed at him, it was like. It's almost like Kiss was like, nigga, this is you. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Kiss was like, I don't know, he was out this world. Like that was like I wasn't expecting that.
He was in his Hitman Holla bag.
Yeah, I'm like a Hitman fan, but I would say
that
performance and shit. Like,
yeah.
But whoever like, if you talking about just hip hop, Kiss was like everybody in one last night. Like if you talking about stage presence, bars, aggressiveness, wittiness, funny. Like he beat them niggas in every category. And Harlem niggas are good jokers. Dame Dash, you see Dame Dash, he joke all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even joke with Kiss. Like none of their jokes hit harder than Kiss jokes. Like they lost the joking, the performance, the dressing. Like what the fuck they had on? And they from Harlem. These niggas supposed to be dressed down.
That fucking Gucci bullshit that Joel's had.
Every Dipset member.
Excuse me, not Gucci.
Horrible.
Louis Vuitton. It was Louis Vuitton. That shit was stupid as fuck. I was like, what the fuck is this, Virgil? You could have did a little better with that. I understand trying to roll it out during the verses and shit, but I wouldn't have put that bullshit on. You should have started out with the fucking bandana.
That shit was ass.
Bandana tied. Santana tied.
But for me from New York. Like people saying like, oh, New York won. I'll be honest with you. The Lox won. That's it. I don't know what the New York won shit. Dipset didn't do good. But I think they will win because they're going on tour. So obviously Dipset can learn from this. I think they need to go in their bag, go get J.R. Ryder, and like have some acapella session because Chris, even him bringing shit back was like dope. Like he started rapping one over the Who Shot Your beat, and then they stopped it. But like he made sure he stopped it at the bar. Like he's a dick, use a pussy, y'all neighbors, something like that. And like he stopped. But then he brought that shit right back again. It's like damn, like that's wild. Like that's stage presence. Like you can't make that up. Like Cam barely was there. That's what he did for the money. He was barely even there. Like after a while, once it was over, he like
he was tired. That nigga was sweating like a motherfucker. He was tired as hell.
Shout out to Lox, man. Lox won. New York didn't win nothing. Lox
Bruh, do you think that's the best verses?
Hell no.
Which one you think the best verses?
I mean, it's the most rowdy one. What's that about? I think that's the most entertaining verses.
Okay.
I could watch that tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it tonight again. It's funny because seeing rappers that supposed to be tough, like not be tough sometimes, is always fun to me. But as far as the best verses, nah. I like the
I think it was the best. I think it was my top 3 is that one, the Gucci and Jeezy, and the Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
Let me ask you this. When you watch your verses, what is the sole purpose? Like what makes it good to you? What you trying to get?
The entertainment.
Okay.
See,
if that's the case, then yes, that's the best versus last night.
Okay, because I wanted to ask you too, because we both came on this motherfucker at the beginning of the pandemic and was like, nigga, I ain't bored enough to watch no fucking verses. Y'all tripping, listen to niggas play songs. But I think when the production got higher, we was like, well, I don't know now.
When it became more than the verses, yes.
Yeah, when it was more than just two people on the phone playing songs.
Back to what Kim was saying though. Kim saying like, yo, why you rapping over songs for? They could have played this in the Apple Music call, or in the call with Apple Music. That's what we used to say. We used to like, I could just play a song I wanted to. But when you start adding more stuff like performances or interactions, then yeah. I think when they had one person where niggas were even in a room together. Well, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. But that was some real New York shit though. So I see why everybody was on the this definitely some New York style shit.
Nah, but I've seen a lot of jokes. I mean, I'm used to like I've been down a long time. I'm used to that. So and nothing's ever gonna take away from my enjoyment. 'Cause I was there for that era. I liked it. It was cool. But I know a lot of music is very regional. So God bless the dead. If you were to have a Nipsey and Game versus, you could have that. Niggas in the West Coast would love that shit. Or I'm sorry, I'm gonna say Nipsey and Snoop. I ain't gonna say Game. Nipsey and Snoop. Or Game and Snoop, rather. Because Game got a lot of hits too. I ain't gonna shit on Game. Niggas would love that.
Nah.
Niggas in the South would be like, I ain't trying to see that.
I want to see 50 and Ja.
I don't want, no, come on.
Nah, I want 50 and Ja.
Well, that's the thing. The bad gotta be enough for people to actually be okay with going against certain morals. Because it's gonna be a lot of antics because it's hip hop.
Yeah.
I can't see 50, no amount of money, making him want to be in the same room as Ja Rule.
I'm gonna be honest though, I'm still not really on the versus train like that. Like, I don't really get hyped up and excited about it, but it's some cool shit. But it did look good. Like, it really looked like some battle rap shit last night. That's it was like nothing but New York niggas in there. Like, bro, I seen Taj Gibson in that bitch.
Oh, you what, bro?
Taj Gibson. Why is Taj Gibson in there? I know he from New York and he played for the Knicks, but god damn.
But all you want the feel. Like, one of the New York terms we always say is restore the feeling.
Yeah.
And you wanted to feel like 95, 96, 98 when New York was on top. And that's how I felt last night. It felt like, even that whole round, I'm playing Welcome to New York City, which Cam did a horrible fucking job bringing that song in. But
yeah,
I never liked Ja Rule version of I'm from New York.
Bro, T.I. so fucking corny, bro. T.I. is so corny.